Hi there, thanks for being here. It's Klaireeberry, and I'm here to bring to you the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine Twin Flame weekly forecast ahead for the Earth signs. So this is going to be kind of a collective video, but also kind of we'll break it down into the different signs. So we're going to start out with Virgo, but again, we're going to have kind of a lot of interspersed and general information as well as it happens. So we got the humpback whale. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. Okay, that is just lovely. We're gonna set that over there, and I have my little astrology wheel. Let me know what you guys think. I really love the visual. I'm a very visual person. So yeah, welcome to the video. Again, we are in a very big time, and we have a new moon this week, and it's exciting. We should be excited. This is going to be a very get over the hump week. Sorry, because we're gonna have a lot of stuff going on this week. So again, this is the week ahead: Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, Twin Flame energy, collective groups of our signs. So we are going to take some underlying energy, like I said, before we even get into the signs, and then hopefully somebody can tag the times down below, or whatever, or I can do it later. And yeah, so here we go. Kind of some underlying energy here. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of, it is kind of this pain and heartache time. It is kind of this, so just pissed off. Nothing's going my way. And it feels like it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. Okay. So hang in there. I know this is difficult, but it really is all for a reason. This is all pushing us somewhere. And, once we remove certain patterns of thinking that we have, if we really get into the shadow work, then we can really get rid of some of these negative thoughts that just keep on replaying in our heads and keep us in a state of always expecting the worst. That's really what this is coming through. There's a lot of hope here, though. In the midst of it all, this is really coming through the pink. It's a rebirth. Okay, and anytime you have a birth at all, it's going to be painful. These big changes don't just happen on their own. You don't just heal your life all of a sudden because everything was perfectly fine. You have to face the issues. You can't keep running away from them, is kind of what is this underlying energy. Okay, and as we go through this week, okay, we're gonna have struggles. The 15th, I don't think, from the 15th up until the new moon, I just really don't feel like it's going to be a great week overall, the world collectively, because so many people are out of touch with their intuition, their inner selves, and they don't even pay attention, and then they build up their emotions, and then this is a time where people are, wanting to kind of say, hey, let's stop and let's do things in a different way. Let's reassess the situation, and there's a lot of self-discovery right now. There's a lot of rediscovering, okay, of kind of who we are, what we want, what we've always loved to do. It's who we are underneath all of this crap that we don't need, right? Okay, this has slowed us down and hurt us and blocked us for so long. But our true destiny truly actually is, in happiness, in love, in bliss. We are wired for bliss. We just have to remove, again, these thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. We can get rid of these with the shadow work. Okay, and it's not something that you just do once. This is a long-term, this is what's, I don't want to be like, okay, shadow work itself is the thing that is gonna keep you together with your person. But honestly, I feel like shadow work is like one of the biggest things in my life that keeps me together as a person. So, you know, anything you can do to support yourself in this time, put yourself first. You know, this is, you know who you are, you know your worth, you know your, you know, goddess, angel, queen here, and nobody ever can take your dignity and your passions and your, you know, it's about having fun with your life. It's about finding who we are, knowing who you are not enough to know who you are. When you're working with the shadow work, you can do amazing things, okay? This is big. This is big, and I can't wait to dive into this. Okay, this is great underlying energy. And I mean, this is like we're in a Virgo sun sign. So obviously, like, it's a comfortable place, you know, for earth signs to be, okay? And it's a time where we can get a lot done, both inner and outer. You know, this is not just inner work. There's a lot of energy. And if you noticed, you know, it's kind of chaotic, but it's also exciting, okay? So staying open, and again, if you're following through, if you're doing the work, if you're making the changes, you're going to be doing the healing. And you're going to be healing the relationship and going to this long-term idea of not necessarily marriage in the sense of like, you know, the actual wedding and the actual paper, the actual this and that, but like that bond, that unbreakable, I will always be here for you no matter what bond, right? That's what we are cultivating by our actions here. That is what we need to be cultivating by our actions here if we are not already. That is what's going to make you feel not only connected to yourself, because when you act, every time you act in your higher self, in a connected way, every time you're grounded and you stand up against the anger, you are empowered here. We have our Mars in Aries in retrograde square Saturn this week. Okay, we have Mars in retrograde through November 13th, but it is square Saturn this week. This is going to be maybe one of the hardest weeks of a lot of people's life, or last week and still dealing with it. This is a time though, like I said, it's not, don't be afraid. You know, this is this energy that we've been in, that we've been building to. And in a way, the more you can be open, and again, with labor and with birth, you know, we talked about the growing pains, when you're releasing and letting go. I mean, I've had 2 kids naturally. I know how this goes. You have to just let go. You have to just go with the flow. There is literally no other way. And if you fight it, you put yourself in severe danger. And it is birth and labor and all of this, like in this, again, metaphors, you have to be ready for it. You have to be mentally prepared. And if you're going to have a problem with birth, they've showed, like I've seen different articles and studies about this, but there's actual emotional and mental side of it, where if you're too scared, you have fear, you have energy that's negative, you will, again, put yourself at risk, and it can be very dangerous, okay? And again, we've kind of had this make it or break it energy. This is a time to capitalize, a time to stand up into who you really are, find out who you really are, okay? And come into that role even more. We are growing. This is growth, growth, growth. This is our earth. This is our earth signs, okay? So again, cross watchers, divine masculine, divine feminine. I'm so glad you're here. You can always take these. If I'm talking about divine masculine and feminine, take it as the divine masculine and feminine in their relationship, or just in between yourself, okay? So we are going to go into Virgo, okay? The next week in Virgo. Okay? So again, swords, 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 swords. Okay, Virgo is in Mercury energy, and the amount of thoughts I think that can happen in the Mercury signs is a lot of thoughts. That's a lot of thinking. There's just so much intellectual activity. Okay? There really, really is. And this is a time where there's a lot of confusion. Everybody's going through confusion, okay? Everybody seems to be, in a way, like, and the earth signs especially here, like off of their normal routine. Something's getting at them. You know, there might be indulgences here, okay? there's a lot of confusion. Okay, but Virgo actually is having some more positive energy coming through because their solar return here. They're lucky. Hopefully they made their birthday wish, and happy birthday to all the Virgos. So, you know, this is a time of like, it's standing up for yourself, but sometimes it's standing up for yourself against yourself and against these negative thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. You know, it's not necessarily you, but it's things that you've been doing. Okay. Or your person here, whatever has been doing. Okay. We kind of just have to get through this time of such confusion, you know, and not knowing which way to go. And the shadow work would really help us keep our emotions, keep us from even getting to the point where our emotions would get out of control. It's like steady, even keel, guys. Steady, even keel. And you guys are all about that. Like Virgos are all about that anyway. Okay. Ooh, this one just popped out. So again, working hard here on something, but it's coming through as like giving. We're giving here. We're kind of working out, maybe hammering out in the process, or getting ready to hammer out the details of, you know, this new plan, you know, this new life, because there are some self-discoveries here, I feel like. Okay. And it's working for, I feel like this is really working for a good cause. Okay. There's like a mental challenge. Obviously we have some mental challenges here. Okay. There's some conflict here and some really strong emotions and confused emotions. But if we keep our connection to compassion, that's all we need. And again, staying committed to finding solutions here, rebuilding. Yes, our self-control is being tested in Mars in retrograde. Okay. And your dedication is being tested, especially. Okay. And this is about, again, a little bit about finding who you are and replacing the dogma of who you think you have to be. Whoever you thought you had to be, all these roles, go deeper, rediscover, re-examine everything in your life, seriously. And especially these things about which you are having strong emotions. If you are having strong emotions, use those. Do not run from them. Do not hide from them. Do not play dead. Do not cover it up. Do not get lost in, you know, indulgences, again, which is a big thing for a lot of people right now, excessive indulgences. And again, sometimes we just want to slow down all these crazy ass thoughts that we're having, right? But again, go deeper to the underlying, we got to get into that subconscious, and then you can change the thoughts. We can't just, you know, that's the shortcoming of the regular law of attraction. If you get my program, not only do you learn the shadow work and the inner child healing to get into union with your person, but the bonus is you get the holistic law of attraction, which it cuts to the chase. It makes it more real, more practical, and it's a more complete understanding. It's a holistic understanding of it, obviously. So anyway, and this is Virgo card too. So it's beautiful, you know, and the fives and the 5 this week, this is going to be significant, you know, it is going to be significant new moon. It's your Virgo moon, you know, like it's going, like you may be doing really well with it. And that's awesome. And like, again, doing all of what we're saying here, making these changes. Okay. Don't get in any ego either. Okay. Don't let that ego keep ruling your life in any way, because that's kind of some of what can throw us off track. Again, going deeper into not only the thoughts, but the emotions as well. Okay. Shadow work and inner child healing, shadow work and holistic law of attraction. Okay. So check out my playlists and also check out my program down below in the description box. Okay. So again, I feel like everybody's just like wanting solutions. Okay. We're trying to work it out. We have to work out what is the best solution. What is that thing that you just can't do? And I keep saying fun and creative. These are the words, the buzzwords that are coming through, but now it's like more of like just this passion, like what's turning you on right now. Not necessarily saying you have to commit your whole life to whatever you're doing right now, but whatever you're doing and wanting, again, it's wanting to do whatever it's kind of like what's fun. It may not be what you used to think is fun or what you know, would naturally, what anybody would think of fun. But if it's turning you on, then follow it. Okay. follow your heart, follow your passion, follow your intuition. Okay? And again, this is being compassionate. Once you sink into that role of being just compassionate and focusing on compassion, thinking about, you know, people and helping them. This is finding solutions. This is rebuilding through our, you know, through our issues. Again, we got to have the issues then to even learn from them, right? And we got to learn from them before we can even rebuild, because we don't want to just rebuild without thinking and planning first. Okay? So we are going to have a waning moon here. Okay? But this is big manifest energy. This is big manifest. This is, you can manifest a lot of happiness and a lot of healing in this time. And again, this is about becoming who we are, becoming more authentic, a more authentic and happy, you know, expression of ourselves. And we do have some, I have only the personal planets on here, but we do have some good energy in Jupiter. And there is a lot of lucky energy coming to you. Okay, so don't be afraid to stand up for yourself at this time. Okay, again, we may be having some conflict, some mental conflict. We may be having strong emotions, and that can come into conflict with others as well. Like, don't let your emotions necessarily rule you, or even like your mental confusion. Okay, you might be a little bit in kind of this dream world too. Okay, a little bit of dream world this week, and that might be okay. That can be a really good kind of strategy for this week, to go off into the dream world a little bit. Imagine, feel yourself out. And again, this is about really deep emotions, and it'll come through, you know, I think this weekend, or, well, I guess the new moon is Thursday. So, you know, it's going to be big. We're going to be finding solutions if we do our work, and the work we need to do is the inner work. We desperately need to do some shadow work. Okay. Shadow work, again, talk about it in the videos. So keep watching the videos, but definitely check out the playlist. I've got numerous playlists. Check out the Twin Flames Talks playlist if you want to learn more about Twin Flames. And stay tuned. We are going to do some more energy here on Capricorn, okay? So let's see what we got for our Capricorns. Capricornies. Sorry. So yeah, there's some like self-expression here. There's some creativity, there's some fun, but it's like also beware of going overboard with things right now, with these intense emotions, you know, that we have. Again, I feel like we are kind of off in a different place, we're on a different routine perhaps. Okay. There might be some issues balancing our own energies, balancing our wants and our expectations, but also, you know, I mean, our emotions. Again, there's kind of an indulgence kind of energy here, okay? But there's also kind of this contemplative, you know, like, let's really sit with this. And again, think of really what you want and what you're attracting to yourself. This is big law of attraction energy. The way you walk, the way you carry yourself, the way you expect. It's like we have an aura that, you know, it extends beyond us, and, you know, we don't even know, you know, our energy is so powerful, and we, you know, make our presence known before we even, you know, open our mouths or anything. Like, we, again, this just way, it's like your self-identity and your self-perception. Okay. Be careful with these intention motions this week. Like, you're carrying a torch for something, but again, we need to make sure that what you're carrying a torch for here is in alignment with what you really want. And it has to be with what you want mentally and emotionally. And then you can put that together and create positive action from that. Okay. But if you don't know what you want, then you're not going to create wonderful things with this energy. Okay. You need to be able to pull it together here. Again, with the mental, you know, you got to get through some of this confusion. Okay. And we've got to start making, it's like making plans. It's like making plans for who you are and who you're going to be. We are all kind of still reprocessing with this Mars and Aries. This is about our identity. Okay? That's who we are. We are re-identifying ourselves, rediscovering ourselves. So don't fall into the excessive indulgence and excessive anger. We have to go within with this new moon. Okay, we have to. We have our moon in Cancer right now. So right now, go within. You know, we don't need to wait till Thursday. Go within now. Get the program. You know, it's great to get a personal reading with the program. Again, down below, you have all the information on all of these, you know, services I have for you. So, yeah, this is really, I'm really getting here. It's like being considerate, learning to be more considerate of other people's thoughts and other people's feelings, and kind of make that a lifestyle is going to get you more of what you want, because you're making things harder for yourself in some way right now. Okay, so that is all I'm going to do for Taurus. Again, I'm not going to make these super long videos, but again, you get some overlying energy as well. So let me know what you think. I'm always open, you know. And here we have, so I think I said that one was Capricorn and then turned it to Taurus. So we are just going to kind of lump them together and keep on going and take it as it resonates. Okay, that's just how it's going to be. And I think that's good, because honestly, a lot of the themes that I picked up on in the astrology were so similar, especially with Earth and, Capricorn and Taurus, that this actually makes perfect sense. So again, flow with the go. Don't be embarrassed. Don't let your ego get in your way. We have to go underneath. And this is the Cancer card. So this moon in Cancer, again, is very significant here. Okay? That we are in right now, today. Use the power of now. And this is delving into the Tarot, the Toro, the astrology, delving into the learning, the Kundalini, all of the learning about how twin flames work. The dualities in these cards is amazing. Okay, so sorry about that interruption. So with all of the energy taken together here in this Tower card, this is about learning from our mistakes. It's about finally making the right choice here to use our mistakes. And it's like, not even finally making the choice, but it's like, you're just finally at that point where it's divine timing and you're actually able to like get the basic, you know, it's this lesson or this rediscovery. Okay. This is kind of an awakening. And again, this is a common theme with kind of all of the earth signs, you know, but especially Taurus and Capricorn right now, okay? But yeah, all earth signs, again, starting anew, making plans for something new here after we have this awakening and rediscovery, okay? But we need to be active participants in finding these rediscoveries on a regular basis, you know, not even just right now. But right now, it's really, you know, bound to happen. Okay, and again, it's kind of go with this energy. There is this lucky energy coming back, even despite everything, despite the Mars. Okay, so sink into that. Be nurtured by that. And again, this is stick to kind of this compassion. You can't go wrong. You can't go off track when you're being, you know, it's like when you're kind of in your bliss bubble, you know, with your music and just your plans and your work. And it really is, you know, it's kind of this like talk it out, you know, and let's get somewhere. Okay. It's kind of like, again, it's this challenge, this can be a mental challenge too, because this is shadow work. Do the shadow work. It's going to take you leaps and bounds. Okay. It's going to help you not have to keep doing the cycle of the Tower over and over and over again, you know, of all that drama, okay? Using the mental energy here, the new lessons, you know, the rediscoveries, the reawakening, the shining the light into the shadow, rediscovering, reawakening, you know, okay? our new beginning too, it has to be very pure. It has to be very intentional that there's this wholesome, energy. It's got to be shining bright white light. You know what I mean? It's got to be fresh. It's got to be right. We are not messing around. We are not effing this up. We're not effing this up. Not gonna go back to that old cycle. This is, let's just do it again, over and over again. A real cycle, in reality, in the physical, in the flesh. New beginnings, okay? It is happening, it is coming. But it's not going to come after the work. It's not going to come till after the reawakening, the rediscoveries that are coming. So it's going to be a hard week. I'm not going to lie. But if you use it, it's like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you use it, I think I've said that before in previous videos. If you use this, it's like your person will come. Your new beginning will come. This is about getting your energy straight, all of it. Not just getting your life straight on the outside. That'll come after this inner work, this alignment. Okay? Mind, emotions, body, actions, habits, lifestyle. Okay? You're building it. We're building a new life. We're self-identification with ourselves, if that makes sense. And we're coming in to be more greater leaders here. Okay, we might be really, really, really on a mission here as well, because this is money. It's not, just our higher ideals and what we love. It's our passion and what we love to do with the re-identification process of that. Okay, and going within is only going to help us to get clearer about who we are, what we want. Okay? Rebuild your life with a new purpose, with a new system, a lot of new systems. We're not going back to the old way. Remember, this whole thing is so big. Nobody's going back. Okay? And earth signs just being so earthy, so stable, so into that building as a whole. It's like, yes, you have a huge part in this. You are playing, a very necessary part, like I always like to say. So use your gifts, let it shine. Use your abilities. Go within to help this process of finding out who you are and what you want. It's not just finding out who you are. It's finding out what you want for the future, what you want to work on today, and again, later on in your life. What's going to be fun for you, where you truly have those days, not just that time goes by fast because you're so busy, but just because you're just enjoying yourself every day. We deserve that. It is our legacy as well. And it's kind of an unfolding of our wings here, in our process of evolution and enlightenment. So much, much love, many blessings. Be sure to be good to yourselves. Take care of yourselves inside and out. Any learning, good. Because Virgo here is ruled by Mercury. It's a great time for learning discoveries, self-discoveries, okay? Underlying it all, we do have this urge to get along. We want to make things better. And sometimes if we just need to speak out. Okay. So again, the more you learn, the more effective you're going to be at speaking out. Okay. So learn, go within, focus on that shadow work mainly. And, the shadow work and the inner child, the shadow work and the holistic law of attraction. And then then you want to get to the inner child healing as well. Again, just check out the program. Very, 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 very important. Okay. To get you into union quickly with yourself and your person. Okay. Much love, many blessings. Take care and stick around soon for more videos. Bye.